Progression is the third procedure. Now, right, this is my target market in business. I'm a marketing major. This is why this stuff makes sense to me, right? So when you go into a business, they're not creating programs first. They're creating their population. Who am I selling it to? I'm learning the language, what's important to them, right? Every time that we built a system around this, I've had to redesign it when we get to the design process because this is not real, right? If this is not built around this, we're not going to survive, right? So now in business, progression is called scaling, right? So how am I growing the product over time? Where am I taking it today to where we're going? The thing is that we can't let our reality shape our system. We have to create it. Again, synthesis, grow it, build it, predict it, create the future, right? So we're going to create our reality by managing intensities, our different pathways, which goes into our training complex of load, volume, all the stuff we typically call our philosophy, right? That's a training complex, everything that makes our system, right? That's going to create our continuity or a narrative, where I'm at today to where I'm going to end up at the end of this movie, right? So when we look at training standards, this is like our values, our principles, right? This is the belief, this is the action. So when I see this, this is what level 1 means, right? This is what level 2 means. This is what in season means. Because we have our language, we can make sense of our world, right? How we accumulate those protocols is what goes into our libraries. And this is where coaches start to get, whoa, wait, what do you mean? Accumulation, intensification, because we do that on a micro scale individually. Well, now we're stacking those protocols into one location so we have a library of them, right? So we accumulate the protocols over time so we can intensify in large scale blocks. So instead of writing a 4-week program for this month, what we're going to do is we're going to create a whole entire stack in the off season. So where we're starting in the beginning is building to a singular event at the end, right? What I'm seeing is coaches writing phase 1 completely separate from phase 2, and there's no continuity there, right? When we finish this protocol, I now have my relative intensity. That's what this is now. And like you see, like I'm constantly adapting my system and my language, right? So don't think that you guys are landlocked into yours. This is my relative intensity model. When I have everything put together, I now have a prediction model. So Andrew, what this looks like for you guys, when we get it all said and done, and I look at your delivery system, I can predict what's going to happen when we have all this stuff pulled out. So if I switch this to week 2, please equations work, everything else is already done. It's that simple.
Right.
I don't have to worry about any of this because I've already built the entire model, right? So the only thing that I have to do between week 1 and week 3, or week 2 and week 3, is click one button, everything else auto-populates.